Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of Distant World. Let's play Distant Worlds Universe. I am joined here by Zulgaines, who's
Hello.
going to help me. Go ahead.
I was just saying hi.
Who's gonna help my poor newbie ass through this extraterrestrial journey slash voyage that we're about to take. So anyway. Lactopedia introduction, completely new to Distant Worlds, fuck that. I'm a veteran at this. So I'm gonna start the new game. It goes through it saves all the settings that I did last time. And I'm gonna fix the things that I messed up. I think I actually already did this when I was testing. Yeah, I turned all the victory conditions back on. And I'm turning off allow tech trading because according to Zulgaines that can lead to like some unbalanced alliances or really strong alliances or something that you don't necessarily need.
Yes.
So
yeah.
that's where I'm going with that. And here we go. Start. So it's creating up a new galaxy. This is where my stream or my capture bugged out last time. Let's see if it gets. Oh, my game actually bugged out too. It was all black. Oh, is it? Oh, it did it. Alright, cool. It worked. It was iffy there for a second. So welcome to your empire, the Tezians. You are the ruler of the Paratus. Do you think that's how you say that? Paratus?
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of like parasite almost. But, yeah. Hive mind government. So our victory conditions are different now because we have all of them. So achieve 80% of the following. The race-specific conditions. Your economy can generate 33% of the galaxy total, 33% of the galaxy's population, or 33% of the colonies in the galaxy. Then we have you are a standard empire in the classic age. Your empire has begun to expand beyond your own star system. Other mighty stellar empires are also moving out into the stars. Meanwhile, pirates, smugglers, and mercenaries still hold control over uncharted regions of the galaxy. Can you defend your growing empire from these forces and prosper? Question mark. And start playing. So I look like I'm on a kind of blue-green like planet. I like the colors. It looks like kind of sandy. There's a bunch of kind of organic looking spaceships floating around. I'm describing this for Zulgaines as much as anything right now. I realize that you guys can see the screen. Maybe you can't. Maybe you're vision impaired. I'm not out to discriminate against anybody. But let me pause the game here because it says a couple things at the top. Deadly Warrior says we can provide you with maps of an unexplored system. And I can just click on this?
Yes.
Zulgaines?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. Deadly Warriors, he has a pink pirate flag. It's an unknown pirate base. It's in a diplomacy menu, but I don't see how to proceed.
What is it asking you?
Well, originally in the text box it says we can provide you with maps of an unexplored system. And then I click that and it opens up the diplomacy menu and there's just... It has their faction. Do I click on speak with the Deadly Warriors?
Oh, yeah, you must have, it must have taken you back for some reason. Yeah, just talk to them. It'll show up within the list of options that you can do.
Oh, the music just got really loud, so I got that going on. We're not happy with you, so tell us what you want, then leave. So I can request a protection arrangement, I can buy information, or I can say goodbye.
Now, something to note about the protection arrangement, it's sort of a mafia-style protection. All it means is they won't attack you as long as you pay them every month.
Can I see how much that costs before I do it?
Yes, if you set it up, they'll tell you how much it'll cost you every month.
Okay, and I have 31,000 money That's what it's labeled as. And I'm assuming this cash flow means that I make 20,000 a month. Would that be the correct way to read this here?
The cash flow there isn't something you're going to find too reliable. That only shows you the money that you're making from taxes from different colonies. Bonus cash will show you what kind of money you're making from other type deals. See, the private economy, like your civilians and whatnot, if you develop certain technologies, new items, the ships that they own, they'll refit them at your base, and you'll make money that way too. There's just so many different ways that you're making cash. It's not a very good indication of what you're actually getting.
So can it only be higher than the cash flow number?
Like it can only be what do you mean?
Can your income only be higher than what is listed as the cash flow, or can it be lower than that?
Oh, it can be lower. You can always go into the negative. Even your entire amount of money, you can go into kind of like a debt where you can't build anything.
Well, like say this cash flow says 20,000 right now. Does that mean as long as that number says 20,000 that I'm gonna make 20,000? Like this bonus income isn't gonna be like negative or something like that?
No, it can go negative. The bonus income can't, but the regular income can.
Okay, so like the cash flow is like it's not really like a static thing, is what you're saying. It's completely
Right.
fluid.
You can actually get a better look at that if you really want to see it up at the very top of the regular menu, the button in the middle, your Empire overview. It'll break down exactly how much money you're making and what's costing you money and where it's coming from and where it's going.
Like this, where this sweet ass flag that I made is that what you're talking about?
No, you're in the diplomacy screen right now. That's the
Well, I know.
flag.
What there's also a sweet ass flag in
Oh yeah, the one in the middle,
right above.
Yeah.
Yeah, my colors turned pink. They're orange before, now they're pink. But so let's see. Let's request a protection arrangement. 149 credits per month. Well, that seems pretty reasonable, I would say.
It is.
Considering I'm scheduled to make 20,000, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, they agree to that. I'm gonna inquire about his information. Now, when I'm looking at maps and things like this, is this something that you would typically go for from a pirate, or is this something that would be, pretty situational?
Well, it depends. It's more useful early game, which is where you're at right now. But you don't want to dump too much money into things like that because you're going to need your money.
Okay, so like I wouldn't want to say reveal the location of an independent colony for 20,000 credits when I have 30,000 credits. Okay.
Right now, where you're at right now, let's look at it from this perspective. $10,000 is pretty good. $5,000 is a medium amount of money. So if you need to spend more than $5,000 right now, it's something you gotta really actually need for some reason.
Okay, well that helps a lot. So they have maps of an unexplored system for 2,000 credits, so I kind of feel inclined to buy that. Would you agree?
Well, no, you probably really don't need maps right now. You've got a lot of systems around you that you haven't explored yet, and because you do have hyper technology, your exploring ships will be able to get there quickly. So buying maps right now isn't that important because you can kind of get around where you're at pretty quickly.
All right, I will tell this dude goodbye then. And so, what I'm in right now, is that considered a system, like where my planet is?
Yes, systems are broken up into stars. Every single star is a star system, and then these stars have various planets that go around them, of course.
Or a solar system.
They call them star systems in this game. But yeah, solar system.
Lost in translation. So, okay, yes, I'm zooming out here for everyone to look at. You can zoom out quite a bit. Now I'm just a small part of a graph. Is this squarish territory here? Is this the entire game?
Yeah, that's the game world. And you can see the game world's broken up into sections, and those sections are what you were picking at the very beginning, where you picked a number of stars, and that is how many little stars there are across the entire galaxy. But the one right under there where you picked like the grid setting, that's how big the galaxy is.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So it's like density and size.
Yeah, so you can zoom in and out quite a bit here. Quite a bit. So that kind of gives you an idea of the scale. Is there a... Do you scroll with W, A, S, and D, or do I have to use the arrow keys? Because I have two monitors, so I can't really use the screen very reliably.
Ooh, wait, no, you can only do it with the arrow key. I don't think there's any way to change your controls.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, it's just kind of inconvenient, but that's alright. So, I also have, this other guy, Deadly Warrior. We offer you valuable services to protect your vulnerable empire. Is that, I think I already talked to this guy. Is that him offering me a protection agreement as well as selling me maps?
Agreements. They'll come up and they'll actually ask you sometimes if they have stuff that they think you might actually buy. They'll ask you if you want it, and then they'll come and try to strong arm you sometimes, and that's when they'll ask for the protection agreement.
Yeah, well, he offered me maps, and then he said that we offer you valuable services to protect your vulnerable empire, but he doesn't, as far as I can see, he doesn't have any other services.
I think it's just flavor text.
Okay, well, I'm getting too far into it, sorry.
Well, you can set up like missions for them to do if you want. There's a quest system where you can kind of set up mercenary type missions and ask them to smuggle or attack or defend targets. And sometimes pirates
at this
will take
point
the
in
mission.
the game.
Yeah, or yeah, you can do it right now if you wanted. I mean, you don't really need to, but
yeah. I don't see how do I get back to talking? I don't see like any options to do something like that. Like I have cancel protection arrangement or buy information. That's or goodbye. Those are the only choices that I have.
Well, just back up out of that and hit goodbye. Probably not anything you need to worry about too much. Not this early on.
Alright. Okay, just trying to get a grasp on what's going on. Is there a key to get back to your home planet?
There
or a way,
is,
a button or something?
Yeah, it's the...
Because I forgot where I am already. Oh, I found it. We're almost like a moon orbiting like a Saturn type planet. So let's see. I can click on my. Oh wow, this is hard to read. We're on a marshy swamp moon. So I guess I'm in the game proper now. I'm gonna unpause it. So I have what looks to be a bunch of ships, kind of meandering about, and basically, where the fuck do I go from here?
Well, okay. What do you want to do? Just decide what you want to do. You can do it. You know.
I need to be involved in espionage and things like that.
Okay, so characters are what's important for you. Find the character button. It's up at the top. It looks like a soldier.
Got it.
All right, so now you should see a list of various characters. They're sort of like heroes. They're called characters, but other games you usually call them heroes.
Sure. Yeah.
And,
yeah. So I have a leader, and then I have 3 intelligent agents. Sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you there.
No, I was just saying you should have some spy characters there, espionage characters, and then you can click on them, and it'll give you drop-down menus for various missions, and you'll want to give them like easier missions at first, and then slowly you'll give them harder missions. They do gain experience, and there's like success and failure.
Okay. Well, as far as I see, I need a target empire, which is blank. Does that sound correct?
Yeah, that's right. So I'm just kind of showing you the different parts, but yeah, that's what you'll do. But you don't actually know of anybody yet, so since you don't know of anyone else, you can't do any spy missions. Remember, you just started. You just hit space, so you're alone in your solar system, and you don't know about anything beyond your solar system, and that means all the other empires playing the game.
Oh, so like, what is the what is like the domain of an empire?
If you zoom out enough, there should be a button all the way on the far right, right above the minimap. and that button will enable you to see your entire influence or domain of your empire. And then all of the moons or stars or whatever that encompasses, that's within your domain of control. And it's kind of like where your civilians will head out more often, and where you're, where you can. It's just your area of domain. I don't really know exactly everything it entails, but I know it has to do with trade and range and whatnot.
All right, you said it's where did you say this button was?
The mini map in the bottom right corner, it should be the button all the way on the far right, just a little bit above the mini map. Actually, let me start my game up so I can see the UI while we're talking.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm looking at this other thing because there's something that would be normally in the position of a mini map that's not a mini map. I was like looking at that thing. I'm like, I don't see any buttons here. Okay, show empire influence. So this empire that I created, am I the ruler of this empire?
You're more of like an invisible hand that controls everything within it. I mean, you have depending on what kind of government you have, you might have a president or you might have a council of elders.
I'm a hive mind.
So you probably have like a queen or something? She would be one of your characters in the character menu.
She is a leader?
Yeah, leader. Okay, so I'm assuming she must be like the queen or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how to see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that says like queen or anything. Learn about characters.
You have. I'm just saying you have like leader characters and whatnot. But
yes,
you're not them directly. You're just like the invisible hand that controls everything going on within your government.
Okay, so that's like, well, it's like kind of 4X like, but kind of not 4X like. That's like where the grand strategy aspect would come in. Because
I mean, you do everything that is within the 4X spectrum, so it is a 4X game. Everything that you have complete control over doing everything that is within the 4X spectrum. So yeah, it is.
Right. So it like, I mean, to compare to the last Federation, which is probably something that anybody watching this, I don't know, maybe you're not have heard. Like that's a game that was like billed as a 4X, but it's not a 4X. Really at all.
Yes, it's not. It's more like you're part of a simulation. You're just a character within a 4X sort of simulation.
Yeah, so this is more 4X-y, if you will, than say that game, but also has grand strategy aspects to it with like the whole
pausable real-time strategy.
Yeah. Okay, I got some more pop-ups here. Is there any way to make this this thing that shows me like the notifications at the top? Is there a way to make this bigger?
Just the very, very top where it tells you the messages?
Yeah.
You can't really make that bigger, but right to the right of it are two little buttons like kind of like mail or something, and they open up the history of it.
Okay, yeah, got you. Alright, so let's see here. We have under attack. Gas mining ship Brazen Venture is under attack from Ardius. So is this something I need to do something about?
It's more like just letting you know what's going on. It doesn't always mean you have to rush to help them. A lot of times, especially if it's like space monsters, your miners will be able to get away from them. But what you might want to do is pause the game and open up your main menu and go into the options in that main menu and kind of set up maybe like these message pop-ups that keep popping up, because not all of them are important. Like you don't want a pop-up to come up every single time someone's under attack, and that's what it defaults to.
The main menu as in...
pressing escape.
Okay. That reminds me of earlier, but okay. So like the options you're talking about?
Yeah, just clicking options.
Okay, so I see down here automation is under there, or show message settings. Okay. What are the ones I get at the top? Are they the scrolling messages or are they the pop-up messages?
The pop-up messages. The scrolling messages are the one at the very top, and the pop-ups are the ones that pop up from the right side.
Okay. So, what am I looking to turn off here?
There. Everything having to do with attacks, probably, because, well, maybe not if you like want to know if your colony ship or something is being attacked. That would be kind of important.
Okay, I will leave on colony and construction ships. How about military ships?
I guess that'd be situational. I would turn that on when I'm not in war, and then I'd turn it off when I am in war.
Okay, well, I'm not in war as far as I know, so I'll leave that on.
Yeah,
what
that
about,
way you'll know if like pirates or something are poking around, or space monsters or something.
What about colonies?
What do you mean?
It's an option. Should I be notified if a colony is under attack?
Oh, yeah, I guess that would be important if one of your planets is being attacked.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So
yeah, I mean,
okay.
It's just, I mean, whatever looks like it, you would think it would be important, or I mean, whatever you think.
Going through here. How are exploration discoveries important?
Oh yeah, those are always nice because that means you're either going to get something great or something terrible.
Okay, because like in EU4 or something, for example, I don't know if you played any of that. If you turn on like exploration
I played the third one,
you'll get
but not
spammed.
the fourth.
Oh, it's pretty much the same thing, I think.
No.
Oh, and then okay, so then I have the same type of messages are for each type of message, pop up and scrolling. So I'm just going to kind of sync those up, and
well, you could probably leave on all the scrolling messages because they, I mean, at least at the beginning of the game, they don't go too fast to lose control of.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, in the regular options menu, you might want to go ahead and set up what kind of automations you'll want. And you will want some, even if you're taking full control, there's still some that are useful to have.
Well, obviously I want to put it on expert, right?
Well, expert just means that nothing is done for you, and you have to do everything yourself. Like, you have to set the taxes, and you have to do everything. So, what you'll plant is a ball, but you want to make sure the following options are set. Colony tax rates.
Right. You're totally breaking up there for a second.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How my internet's not going. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. All right. Well, these are the options you're going to want to check for now. You're going to want to make sure you have colony tax rates, population policies, probably, ship design. That one's important. Troop recruitment, research, and character locations. Fleet formation, you could, but it's not really important. You know?
So basically, fleet formations is the one you're telling me to uncheck.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Is that it?
You got to do the left side now. The drop-down menus, you'll probably want to put all of them on control manual, except for the where's the spy one? I think it's called something like that, spies or espionage, intelligence missions, something like that.
Yes, intelligence missions. I have to look real close, read the text.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I have intelligence missions.
Okay, set everything to control manually, but set intelligence missions to suggest.
Okay, and then turn the rest, everything else to control manually.
Yeah, because it's so early in the game that you're going to be able to keep up with it.
Alright, got that all set up.
Oh, you can just go
Anything
back
else?
and
Do I do
no,
anything
you
with
just go back and play.
this Empire settings? Or?
No, you're good for now.
Alright. Alright, so I unpause the game. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it. Just remember, you decide what you want to do. And right now, it's very, very early in the game. So the main thing you're probably going to want to do is know what's around you. So that means you need to build the explorer ships. And the explorer ships will do that for you. That is done by clicking at the top that looks like a hammer. It's an eye on your keyboard.
So the open build order screen. Gotcha. You said I want to get an exploration ship?
Yes. There should be 2 columns of numbers there. It'll tell you how many you have right now. And then there'll be like a suggestion. Like the game will tell you maybe you probably should have this many. But you can build however many you want right there on the side where it says order menu.
When they suggest, is that the total number, or is that the additional that they want you to build?
Additional.
Okay. Alright, they want me to build one more, so that's it's okay with me. I have 6 already. And should just have it build another one, I guess. So I went ahead and did that.
Alright, go ahead and back out. And you're going to want to let your ships explore. But the main thing you're going to be worried about right now, though, is you don't want to get killed by pirates too early. So pay close attention.
Okay, wait, hold on. I got something important here. The Library of Obtrixta. We have discovered the Library of Obtrixta, ancient ruins from a lost civilization at the desert moon Zulgaines in the Obtrixta system. Our sensors indicate that the ruins are nearly consumed by a vast sandbar. Should we investigate the ruins? Well, I'm a gambling man, so I would definitely want to investigate the ruins. Is that a prudent decision, or is that foolish?
Oh yeah, go for it. Just be aware that good things can happen, bad things can happen, or nothing could happen.
Okay, well, hopefully only the worst can happen. Oh, I have a lot of text here. And I do kind of have to read this because if anyone's watching this, the text might be kind of hard to read. So, the Library of Obtrixta, we have made a curious discovery. A data core found in the ruins contains a message that reveals historical details from the galaxy's distant past. The message appears to be a confidential intelligence report describing the arrival of a new empire in the galaxy. Goltak Republic Classified Analysis, Shaktor Axis. The Shaktor Axis arrived in our galaxy approximately 10 years ago. They have quickly established a reputation for cruelty and aggression. We should proceed with extreme caution in any dealings with them. They are totally untrustworthy. The Shaktor clearly intend to dominate all around them. They demonstrate utter contempt for their neighbors. Their treatment of the Ertukian kingdom is a prime example of their brutality. We strongly suggest that the Shaktori are secretly working to overthrow all of the empires in their region. What their subsequent objective is remains unclear at this stage. Close. So it's just apparently some sort of intel on some civilization somewhere, or old civilization, the lost civilization. I'm not 100% clear on what was going on there. If I click on it, I can see where it came from, though, which is, I believe, near me.
Basically, all that happened was your scouts found some old ancient alien ruins. They searched the ruins, and they found information on a dangerous species that used to exist. It could be a story element, maybe something will happen later, or you'll find something that talks more about it.
Gotcha. Okay, then our engineers have completed research in proximity or something like that. I don't know. I lost my home planet. Let's see how if I can get there. Next colony. Oh, okay. I was able to get back there.
The bottom left square there, it's information pops up about things you click on. But in the top
Mm-hmm.
right of it, and then the button right under that will let you. Actually, it's the button, probably the second button down. But it'll go to your next colony, and if you click it,
Yeah,
it'll just
yeah, that's what I
make that
ended up
selection
using.
right there. Yeah, and then you can click on the window, and it'll go to it.
Yeah, got it. Totally back there. Oh, here, might be important. I'm gonna pause it right here. We have encountered a new empire in the Dil Alt system. I love that there's all these names. Oh, I didn't have time to read that. Can I get that back? Yes, I
But
can. I love that
feel
there's all these stupid names, not stupid names, but names that are making me sound stupid trying to read them.
Well, feel free to use the pause button whenever you see something, because this is the kind of
Yeah.
game where you really do need to pause it whenever something happens.
Oh, no, see, I pause it, but the message still goes away, which is a problem.
Oh, then that means it was a pop-up message, which means
Yeah.
that you can actually see that message in the scrolling menu up at the top, because if it pops up, it means it also showed up there, so you just need to look up there.
Yeah, way ahead of you, dude. I got that. I'm all over it. So we met another federation. Apparently, they are the Lipid Council. They look like dust mites.
Oh, I actually know about this race. They are basically the worms from Futurama with the sandwich.
The ones that make the slurm.
No, the ones that made Fry like super smart, the parasites.
I don't remember anything anymore, so I can't. I'm not helpful as far as that goes. But they have their feudalistic government. They have a satisfactory reputation. They have one dominant race, which is the Lipid. But they're quite aggressive, and also quite cautious. So interesting. They seem pretty nice. Overall, they're slightly friendly. They're quite intelligent. They're quite dependable. And it says they're cunning schemers as well.
The various personality traits that you see there, they just they work together in ways to try and simulate certain types of personalities, like paranoia. Like if you're cautious but also really aggressive, maybe it's because they're kind of paranoid, and when they do attack, they do like a kind of knee-jerk reaction.
I got you. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So I have a current relationship with us. They are annoyed with us. Our ignorance of your strange alien ways causes us to distrust you. I'll speak with them.
That line that you see there where it says your strange alien ways, that is sort of like a mechanic to simulate xenophobia. Every time you meet a new species, you're going to get that. And then slowly over time, the longer that your two species know of each other, it'll go down on its own. Well, on its own.
Am I giving similar numbers?
Yes, the exact same thing's happening on their side. Same things happen to them. Anything that can happen to you, anything you do, it's happening on the other side too. Everyone is completely even.
Okay, so we are both annoyed with each other. So it sounds like most of my relationships. But... So I have a whole bunch of. Well, I need to turn this music down. It's super loud. Hold on. I don't know why it it's like quiet, and then like when I meet someone, it like goes up to like super loud.
I turned my music off.
Yeah, I don't want to just turn it off, but like.
Well, I have other music I play.
Yeah, I can't really do it. I mean, I don't really see anything in the options to do anything about that. But that's neither here nor there. That's just kind of, it's not a big deal except for when you're talking and the music is going at the same time, because you're going to get drowned out by the music. I don't have a good way to separate that. I can separate myself from the music, but, yeah. So, alright, so I'm going to click on them to talk to them again, and then the music's going to start. Oh, no it didn't. Alright, cool. So, I can do all sorts of things. I can change relationships, send a gift, send a warning, swap maps or tech. Didn't we disable the swapping of tech?
I don't know, did you?
Yeah, I did. Okay, well, it only lets us swap maps, so I guess that's okay. Negotiate a trade proposal. Well, I want to negotiate a trade proposal. Is that a good idea? Something.
You have to have certain relationship levels for them to set up treaties with you. You can ask. I mean, they won't get mad at you for asking, but they'll tell you no most likely.
Oh, so this isn't like I was thinking more of like a trade route. This looks more of like a one-time purchase thing. Is that what I'm seeing here?
Each one is a little bit different. Just off the top of my head, not sure. I'm just picturing it. I'm not positive. I know that there is an option at the
I can
bottom of
threaten trade
the menu.
sanctions.
Well, yeah, you can do that, but probably wouldn't want to do that unless you. I mean, unless you want to piss them off.
Well, that's the only
Um,
thing I see that to deal with trade, as far as I know. As
yeah, well, you
under the
can't. Trade happens on its own. You see,
okay,
yeah, trade
okay,
is done is automatic. See, okay, wait, but before we go any further, let me explain something about the game. This is actually one of the very important parts of the game. You are the state, okay? You're the government. You actually do not control your civilians. So there's a private industry and a state, and that's what you are. Now the private industry is going to take care of pretty much everything for you. They'll ferry around resources. They'll go out and they'll build their own mines. You know, you don't have to go out and do things like that. They'll do it. You can do it, but you don't have to.
hmm
They'll build their own ships. You know, they'll do things to make themselves money, and then you take your money from them. Whatever your taxes are come out of their money, but they use their money to spend too. So technically, if you had like a resort situation going on where you had like an empire where a lot of people came to see uh, I don't know, tourist traps or resorts or things like that, you could make money that
yeah,
way and then set all your empires to zero tax. And what would happen is your empire would become incredibly rich because you're not taxing your people. See, everything happens for a reason in this game. It's a simulation.
yeah. I was actually okay. That's good that you brought that up because I was gonna ask about the different government types, like and how that would affect the autonomy of your subjects or citizens or whatever,
It
and
wouldn't.
tax rates and things like
Government
that.
types are mostly like most of government type things are just bonuses. You know, you get like a bonus to this or a negative to that. It does have a big effect, and there are certain government types that have stipulations attached to them that can make it a majorly different play style. But for the most part, they're bonuses and minuses.
Okay, got you. All right, so if I click on trade, oh, I can propose a free trade agreement with them. I can propose a mutual defense pact.
Now, these are your treaties, okay? These are the things that'll change your relationship status with the race. It's from the top
Like
down.
Facebook official.
Yeah, really, that's it. Yeah, exactly. Facebook official. The very top ones are like the cheapest. So the trade agreement is the easiest one to get. So once they like you enough, they'll start allowing you to make these kind of treaties. If you ask them now, they'll probably just say no.
Yeah, they totally shut me down. Possibly later though, we'll have to see about that. You know, like just a total tease. So I could do something like send them a gift if I wanted to.
Yeah.
That,
Now, one thing
that
you do need to be aware of about this game is it's a little bit different from the way a lot of other 4Xs work. Because in like Galactic Civilizations or some other games similar to that, when you give someone a gift, you get a boost in relations, and that is just it just stays that way. You know, you're +5. They like you +5 more, and it just stays that way. But in this one, it'll
uh-huh.
slowly go down if you don't keep interacting with them. So like if you don't just ignore them for long enough, your relations will start to go back down to where they were when you first met.
Okay, so do you think a small gift would be enough to get a trade agreement with them?
Absolutely not. The xenophobia mechanic that I talked about, like when you first meet a species and it gives you a minus
Yes.
18 or something, that makes it impossible to really deal with a species on a diplomatic level when you first meet them. You're just gonna have to let your game run some.
Okay. Well, it's good, you know, to just find out all these things, uh, you know, with interacting with other people, because I imagine that it's quite important
Yeah, once
to
you
the game
get
in
your
general.
like once you get your mind around just how it kind of works with the state and the private industry and how that works, and what you don't really need to worry about and what's important at the time is more so the direction you want to push your empire in, more so than what you want them to do exactly.
I got you.
So like
I got you. So you're like macro managing, not micromanaging.
yes, that is it. That's it. That's what I couldn't figure out quite how to tell you. It's a macro game.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, dude. I got you. I smell you. So this episode's been about 40 minutes, so it actually ran a little bit long, but this was so fascinating that I had to let it go. But I think this would be a good time to end it. You know, we just met our first race of gross bed bugs. I hope they're not like 3 feet tall. I hope they're microscopic, but I don't know. Whatever, they probably think they look fine. And so we did all that. We learned a little bit about I don't know, the game in general, shit, and setting up automation and things like that. So I think that it was pretty productive. But I'm gonna have to say tune in next time as we explore the world of whatever the name of this game is, because I totally forgot it. Distant Worlds, is that it?
Yep.
Yeah, we're professional operation over here. So if you want to say anything, go ahead.
Nope, I'm good.
Alright, well, see you next time.